Hi there, Sarah Lynn here, Enneagram and Visibility Coach, and today we are looking at 5 key differences between the Type 8 and the Type 1. These are top results that came back for a typing session client of mine, and then actually this combination in some order came up a couple of times during a workshop that I hosted a few weeks ago. So I thought in case you were also struggling with these two, I wanted to give you some key differences to think about that will help you. A Type 8 is going to be really motivated by power and being strong so that they can protect themselves from being vulnerable or taken advantage of. And a Type 1 is really going to be motivated by being right, good, having high integrity. And so those are what makes an 8 an 8 and what makes a 1 a 1. But when that still isn't super clear for you, here are 5 other things to take a look at. One is your relationship with anger. So a Type 8 and a Type 1 are both in the body center of intelligence, which means they have a strong gut reaction. Their body knows before their head or their heart. And within this center of intelligence, all 3 numbers, 8, 9, 1, have some sort of emotional struggle around anger. For an 8, it's that anger lives right below the surface, very in touch with anger. And so at any moment they could explode and blow up and have big feelings, but then it goes away just as quickly as that volcano will erupt and simmer down. That is an 8. But a 1 tends to feel like anger is wrong. It's bad. And so what they will do when they feel angry is shove it down, shove it down, shove it down. And so it kind of simmers, turns into this like slow resentment that might seep out over time versus just blowing up and being done with it. So take a look at how you tend to your relationship with anger. Another thing to think about is the right way to do something. They both have strong feelings that there's a right way to do something. A 1, though, is looking at the outside guidelines, a set of rules, maybe ethical standards to tell them what is right or to be able to point to this is the right thing to do based on these things. Whereas an 8 also believes there's a right way to do something, but it's their way, kind of like my way or the highway. I don't care about outside rules or authority or guidelines. Like, I know what the right way is, and we're going to do it my way. Another thing to think about is your relationship to details, how you feel about details. A Type 8 doesn't love them. They're very much big picture thinkers, and they're going to need some help or want some help with those details because it's going to be really draining to them, maybe even frustrating to get caught up in those little nitty gritty things. Whereas a 1 tends to really enjoy working on the details. They feel like, again, there's a right way to do something. They feel like they're capable of getting those little details down and that they're very important to the bigger picture. And so they're going to be okay with the details. Sometimes when it gets to the extreme, they're going to be a little bit more micromanaging, whereas an 8 is going to be more macro managing. Another key piece to this, number 4, but it's tied into this, is their relationship with control. So a Type 1 is going to want to control themselves. Like, I need to be in control at all times. I can't get angry, right? I'm not going to get overly emotional. I need to stay in control of myself, of my feelings, of my behaviors. And an 8 also wants to be in control, but more so in control of their environment, of the situation. They want to control the outcome more so than feeling like, oh, I need to control myself. And then the last one has to do with their orientation to time. So a Type 8 is in this assertive stance where their orientation to time, along with our Type 3 and our Type 7, is in the future. So very future focused. They tend to look at life through this lens of what's next? What are the possibilities? What can I do next? And then the Type 1 tends to view life in the present moment. They're in that dependent, dutiful, compliant stance with our Type 2s and our Type 6s, where they're going to see life in the present moment, which obviously has a lot of benefits, right? That's the ultimate goal, is to be in the present moment. When it becomes a problem, though, is when you forget how much you've accomplished, how much you've been through to get to where you're at right now. And so when you're faced with the challenge, you're forgetting all of that. And then you're also not able to see what's on the other side of the mountain, what's possible, it's going to be okay. You're seeing that problem right in front of you. So I hope that if this is something that you have been stuck between these 5 key differences, your relationship to anger, thinking about the right way, how you see the right way, how you view details, how you view control, and then your orientation to time, those 5 key aspects help you clarify if you are a type 8 or a type 1. If you're still unsure, this is what I do, this is what I love to do. So reach out and maybe we can get a typing session scheduled for you to help further clarify and then to help you understand how to actually use this information.